The universe is a place of impossible beauty and unimaginable horror, and lurking in its darkest corners are the ultimate predators, black holes. Not distant, sparkling jewels, but cosmic behemoths with gravity so crushing, they devour light itself. Now lean in, because I'm about to whisper a secret that will shatter your perception of safety. What if our fragile blue marble, Earth, found itself not just near one of these monsters, but in its inescapable grasp? What if, right now, the fabric of space-time around us was being stretched, twisted, and warped by an invisible, insatiable maw, slowly, silently, reeling us in? Could you survive even a moment in the shadow of such an annihilator? All right, so you've avoided the immediate, fiery embrace for now. Earth finds itself locked in a stable orbit, a cosmic tetherball circling a monster it can never truly escape. From a distance, it looks normal. The sun, a distant pinprick of light, still warming your skin. The moon, still pulling the tides. But the black hole, this silent, ravenous leviathan, has already begun to warp reality, not with a bang, but with an insidious, creeping whisper. This is where the true horror begins. The first clue to our cosmic predicament isn't a blast of radiation or a tidal rip, it's time itself. Einstein's brutal truth tells us that gravity doesn't just pull, it drags time. Near that gravitational abyss, every second for you would stretch, lengthen, distort. Imagine your life running on cosmic slow motion. A single breath might feel like an hour, a heartbeat, a drum solo echoing into eternity. Your morning coffee, brewed at a glacial pace, would cool before you even lifted the cup. Outside your warped bubble, the universe would scream by. Decades, centuries, millennia would flash past in what, for you, felt like mere moments. Friends, family, entire civilizations on Earth would live, age, and die in the blink of an external eye. You, meanwhile, would be trapped in a temporal amber, watching the cosmos accelerate into an unrecognizable future. This isn't just about survival. This is about existence, about becoming a living fossil, a ghost trapped in a dying, decelerating world, utterly severed from the river of time. The black hole wouldn't just kill you, it would steal your future, one agonizingly slow second at a time. And this, my friends, is just the beginning of its cosmic torment. But the black hole, it's a patient hunter. Its true weapon isn't just gravity, it's the stuff it devours. Imagine a cosmic mosh pit, a maelstrom of gas and dust, torn from unlucky stars and planets, all spiraling inward at insane velocities. This isn't some gentle cosmic eddy. This is the accretion disk, a celestial meat grinder where friction ignites matter to temperatures hotter than any star's core. We're talking millions, even billions of degrees. And if Earth drifts too close to this inferno's edge, survival becomes a cruel joke. The first thing that vanishes isn't your body, it's your atmosphere. The sheer annihilating force of X-rays and gamma rays screaming from that superheated disk would strip away our protective shield in moments. The sky wouldn't just turn black, it would ignite. The very air you breathe would ionize, then boil away into space, leaving you exposed to a barrage of lethal radiation that would make 1,000 nuclear bombs seem like fireflies. Your skin, your eyes, your very cells would incinerate instantaneously. There would be no time to scream, no time to even register the pain. Your molecules, once meticulously arranged into living tissue, would be ripped apart, scattered, their bonds shattered by the cosmic bombardment. The oceans, our lifeblood, would flash boil into superheated steam, then dissipate into the vacuum. Mountains would glow, then melt, their rocky foundations vaporized by the relentless, invisible firestorm. This isn't a slow, agonizing death. This is an immediate, total cosmic obliteration. You wouldn't survive minutes. You wouldn't survive seconds. You'd be reduced to a puff of ionized gas, a fleeting ghost in the cosmic wind. In a matter of milliseconds, the black hole wouldn't even register your passing. You'd be less than a whisper in its galactic roar. The universe, in its infinite indifference, would simply reclaim your atoms, scattering them back into the primordial chaos from which they arose. If you're finding this cosmic horror as mind-bending as I am, If you want to keep unraveling these impossible scenarios and stare into the abyss of what could be, then do the universe a favor. Hit the like button and subscribe. Join me as we continue our terrifying journey into the heart of cosmic mysteries. So, you've somehow survived the temporal distortion, dodged the radiation inferno of the accretion disk. Don't get comfortable. The black hole is still pulling relentlessly. And as you get closer, a new, far more intimate kind of horror begins to unfold. This is where the monster starts to play with its food. Imagine being stretched, not just a little, like a rubber band, but stretched into an impossibly long, impossibly thin strand. This isn't science fiction. It's an spaghettification, the black hole's signature torture. The reason? Gravity isn't uniform. The part of you closest to the black hole feels a much stronger pull than the part farthest away. This differential force, the tidal force, becomes so extreme, so utterly overwhelming, that it rips you apart, atom by atom. First, your feet, if they were closer, would feel an unbearable tug pulling them away from your head. Your bones, stronger than steel, would snap like twigs. Your muscles, ligaments, every sinew and fiber would strain, tear, and separate. You wouldn't just break, you'd unravel. Your body would elongate, stretching thinner and thinner until you ceased to be a coherent form. But it wouldn't stop there. As your body became a string of human matter, the forces would intensify, ripping apart the very molecules that compose you. The bonds holding carbon to hydrogen, oxygen to nitrogen, would shatter. Then your atoms themselves would be elongated, distorted, their electron clouds smeared and torn. You would become a literal stream of subatomic particles, a cosmic noodle stretching into infinity. And the horrifying part? This wouldn't be instantaneous. For an object with Earth's mass, if it fell into a supermassive black hole, the kind at the center of galaxies, the spaghettification might occur before you even reached the event horizon. You'd be stretched to oblivion while still technically able to escape if you were faster than light, but you're not. So the stretching would just continue relentlessly until your very essence, your quantum information, became an infinitely thin thread, a cosmic echo of a life that once was. The black hole doesn't just crush, it unmakes. It turns you into a ghost of fundamental forces, dancing on the edge of the ultimate abyss. You've been stretched, shredded, unmade. Your atoms, once part of a living being, now a mere stream of particles. But the black hole's maw is insatiable, and the journey isn't over. You're approaching the hot event horizon, that infamous boundary, the point of no return. This isn't a physical wall, it's a cosmic threshold, a mathematical line in the fabric of space-time. Cross it, and even light itself, the fastest thing in the universe, is trapped forever. What happens beyond that veil? This is where our understanding crumbles, where the laws of physics as we know them begin to scream in protest. For an external observer, watching your final, agonizing descent, you would appear to slow down, to freeze at the event horizon, redshifting into oblivion, your light taking an infinite amount of time to reach them. You would become a spectral image, an eternal ghost shimmering at the edge of the void. But for you, the falling victim, time would continue normally. You wouldn't perceive any slowing down. The event horizon would be just another region of space-time, albeit one with an impossible, terrifying pull. You would simply cross it, and then everything you thought you knew about reality would cease to apply. Inside the black hole, the roles of space and time reverse. What was once the direction of time becomes a spatial dimension, and what were spatial dimensions become temporal. You can no longer move freely in what was once space. You are inexorably pulled towards the singularity, the ultimate point of infinite density. It's a bit like being on a waterfall where the current is so strong, no matter how you swim, you're always heading downstream. Except here, the downstream is not just a location, it's a future you cannot escape. The singularity itself, a point where gravity is infinite, density is infinite, and the very concept of size or volume becomes meaningless. Our equations break down. Some theories suggest a complete obliteration, a final crushing into nothingness. Others, far more speculative, hint at a bizarre new beginning. Could the singularity be a portal to another universe? A cosmic rebirth where your unmade particles, and perhaps the very fabric of space-time, are recycled into a new cosmos. A white hole erupting into a baby universe, perhaps? We don't know. The event horizon is an absolute barrier, a one-way mirror. No information, no signal, no scream can ever escape from beyond that point. Whatever happens inside, whatever bizarre reality unfolds, remains forever hidden, sealed off in ultimate cosmic isolation. If you survived the spaghettification, you would be traveling towards an unknowable end, a final destination where the rules of existence are rewritten and the very concept of you might simply cease to hold meaning. The black hole isn't just a destroyer, it's a cosmic secret keeper, locking away the ultimate truth of its interior forever. And you, my friend, would be trapped within its most profound, terrifying mystery. And so, we stand at the precipice of the unknowable. Whether you're stretched into cosmic spaghetti, vaporized by an inferno, or trapped in time's relentless molasses, the black hole offers no gentle end. It is the universe's ultimate statement on insignificance, a cosmic shredder that devours not just matter, but space, time, and even the very concept of existence. But here's the paradox. It is precisely these terrifying cosmic leviathans that push us to the edge of understanding. They force us to confront the fragility of our existence, the mind-bending flexibility of reality, and the profound, beautiful audacity of life itself. We, fragile beings on a tiny blue speck, dare to peer into these abysses and ask, what if? We map the invisible, measure the unmeasurable, and dream of escaping the inescapable. The black hole, in its silent, terrifying power, reminds us that our universe is far stranger, far more brutal, and infinitely more awe-inspiring than we can ever fully grasp. It is a reminder that every breath, every heartbeat, every moment we exist is a miracle against a backdrop of unimaginable cosmic forces. And the thrill of the chase, the relentless pursuit of these secrets, even if they reveal our ultimate demise, is what makes us truly human. Tell me what you liked or disliked about this video. What do you think could be changed to make it better? I read every comment and will respond to every suggestion.